Testing.
Well, it's not in my mouth, but
Okay. Silent Joker 45. Silent Joker 45. Alright, let's start the list. Our list is good versus that should just be canceled for video games. Like one that should get a should come back is Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. I think that game had every potential that it had, but I think it just got buried like under, and its release window was a good window, but not too many people picked it up. I mean, it had a great sense of combat, like as you can had like two weapons at the same time. You can have a great sword, you can have a dagger, you can have a plain old sword plus a shield, but you can also have like a staff, you can have like chakrams, you can have like a bow and arrow, and it's just like button mashing, like you press square or triangle or X. I don't know, whatever, like X and Y or something. I mean, B and Y, like that's what you did, like, and bam, like it was a fast-paced, good sense of pace of action. And then you could have then you had like your freaking fate powers. That once you get that fate meter full, like you just go to fate mode, and then just started whamming down all these bad guys, and like end up with a brutally finishing move at the end. That's also satisfying, and complete like major events, like you get like a tarot card and like this is what you did, like you are like now the hero, like you gain additional bonus points actually, like whether it be increase like higher stamina or something like that. But it was just so great and well done, and I think that game should just come back. And Dominic, go.
well, for video games that should come back. Well, honestly, I would love to have Spiral to come back, especially with the original trilogy gameplay. See, like, the only Spiral games I've really played were Spiral 1, 2, 3, and Enter the Dragonfly, even though I hated Enter the Dragonfly. But other than those, I mean, I haven't played any of the other games, but I've seen the gameplay footage on the other games, like Legend of Spyro, for example, and honestly, with those, I don't think, well, judging by the gameplay, I don't think I will get into that.
I mean, I kind of like them, but it was like a hit, like with the original trilogy, and then it just went nowhere. I mean, I don't know what happened.
What's your opinion, you know?
My opinion, yeah. But a game that should come back, like Sly Cooper, like many of us on the PlayStation 2 remember this title, like it was like that stealth action adventure platformer, but it was really good and really done well. Like it had two great sequels, and then out of nowhere, like of course Sucker Punch went on to make the infamous series, and then Zazbar, you know, that company made it's like bought out got the license and made Sly Cooper Thieves and Times, and of course got a compliment from Sucker Punch saying, "Hey, you guys are doing a great job," and it was a good game, good return, but the motion controls were unnecessary in only in the mini game sections. They were just terrible. But it was a good return. Like I can't wait to see the next one. Even though that game was late in the PlayStation 3 life cycle, we thought I can't wait for the next game to come out on PS4. But they even announced in like a while back, I think like a couple years ago back, I recall. Yeah, like they had like no plan. Had they were not making a Spyro game. They were working and not Sly Cooper game. They were focusing on other projects, so that was kind of a waste. Although maybe Sucker Punch is working on another game, hopefully, please. 'Cause I want to see that game come back. I think another game that should get a good proper treatment is L.A. Noire. Many of us remember this little gem that was done by Team Bond. Like even though this game was delayed a heck of a lot and changed from what's supposed to be on the PS2, I believe. And then they kind of changed it to the seventh generation console. So good for them. When the game finally came out, it was ambitious, was highly original and something that you will never see ever done again. With the whole advancement of motion capture technology, that you had to figure it out. Are these highly skilled actors lying, telling the truth, or or you just doubt them on their questions? You have to find the correct clues and pick out the right ones. Like, you can ask the community, or you do the elimination method, where it kind of does help you out, but it was all on you trying to figure out how this was gonna work. It's kind of like that old school film style where like they'll show you the crime in black and white that's being committed, but they don't show you the killer, so you have to figure out who the killer is. And each death you went from traffic to eventually to advised, and it was just so great that I can't believe that it didn't get a sequel. Okay, games that should just and like, we know you're a franchise, we know you're making billions and billions of dollars, or even millions of dollars, but come on, just end the series. Just end it. End it.
Well, as for the games that need to end, well,
Call of Duty.
as for the games that need to end, well,
Call of
as
Duty.
much as I'm a huge Sonic fan,
Call of Duty.
I must admit, that series needs to die. I mean, we've got really good games, like at the start. Yeah, because we got Sonic 1, 2, then Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and yeah, those are good, great classics. Then we get to the 3D era, which Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, at least the very start. And well, despite that I like Sonic Adventure 1 more, they still have not aged very well, and you can easily tell. And then after that we get, well, Shadow the Hedgehog, which I thought was okay, but still kind of went down the line. But then it got so much worse. We got Sonic 06, and they wanted it to be the ultimate Sonic game, and that did not go very well. It's a glitchy mess, and you can easily tell they rushed it too. Well, after Sonic 06, we got Sonic Unleashed, Colors, and Generations, which, in my personal opinion, they're the best 3D Sonic games ever. At least that's what I think. But after Sonic Generations, it went downhill all over again. Because then we got Sonic Lost World, which I admit, Sonic Lost World was
It's the slowest Sonic game.
But even then, Sonic Lost World's not that good of a game, and yeah, but then it gets so much worse.
Boom was terrible. Everyone agreed that Boom was
Sonic
terrible.
Boom, Red Lyric, which, oh, that does not feel like a Sonic game at all. Like, seriously, it feels like a watered-down version of Jak and Daxter, because the combat is just boring and tedious. The speed sections are just really terrible, especially when the characters never shut up. And plus the story is just not very good at all. Then we get Sonic Boom Shattered Crystal, which is a decent game, but still not the best because it forces you to find stuff like crystals in order to get to the next level. And yeah, so we got Sonic Boom the TV show, which in my opinion, that's the best out of the Sonic Boom series. And they did release Sonic Boom Fire and Ice like a week ago, and I have not played it yet, but based on the reviews, Sonic Boom Fire and Ice is better than Sonic Boom Shattered Crystal because it has 7 out of 10 based on the reviews.
Call of Duty, like, do I need to say more? Oh wait, I do. You got the noobs saying like this is the best game they ever played, even though this is like possibly like the only game that the parents will allow them to play. Like, wait, I feel bad like for the parents that they keep getting asked by like 9 or 12-year-old kids, say, "Mom or Dad, new Call of Duty." All my friends are gonna get it. Hey, you can go. You don't need to buy Call of Duty anymore. All you get is like maps that keep getting like, oh, it's a new reimagining. Just release the old maps. As in, look at Infinite Warfare. As in, look at this terrible, terrible atrocity. It looks like EA and DICE just basically just destroyed this thing. Just basically just destroyed, saying, "Hey, this game is terrible. Looks graphics from 2006, bad lighting, bad gameplay, bad all of that." And then they said, "Hey," and then of course I love how they kept saying that where love one how one said, "Where is the CG? Like 10 minutes of CG. Does anyone have the clip to the gameplay footage?" Ouch. Major burn. Like, or more like just ripped you a new one. But then Activision goes out and says like, oh no, we are confident in the fans. Like, Activision, you just got burned. Not to mention like, hey guys, alright, a game that we wanted all for years to get remastered, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. But there's no way to purchase separately. You actually have to buy the digital copy of like any of the editions like Legacy or the Deluxe edition to get, or basically just the edition that will allow you to play Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare Remastered. But I can't wait for the news to come up. Say Call of Duty Infinite Warfare is the most selling COD, but it's one that's being returned, so just they can play Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. And guess what? That's gonna be like a $60 game or $79 game plus the season pass plus the add-on DLC from Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. So maybe we're talking about a $250 game at most. That's gonna be crazy. I love how we keep blaming the companies, which should be more like Activision's fault. Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's maybe a good title, but no, it's not. It's terrible. The sales for each game has been going down ever since Ghost. But no, it's time to move on. That's right. It's time to move on from Call of Duty. It's time to move on with the franchise. Just end it, never look back, and just tell Treyarch, Infinity Ward, and Sledgehammer to make different games. Like, completely. I don't care how long it takes, just end the series. I'm so sick of it. Completely sick of it. A franchise that probably should have ended was Halo. That should have ended, but after Halo 5, I'm not even gonna bother with that. I may not have an Xbox One, but if my best friend tells me that Halo 5 completely sucked, because, hey, there was no split screen at all. That was the best thing about Halo. You had to call a buddy over. Hey, I got Halo. Let's continue the long tradition of playing Halo together. There's no Halo. There's no split screen. Then it's like, get out. Then like your best friend said, well, I don't have an Xbox One. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Halo 5. Hunt the truth. More like hunt for the lie. Another game that should end. It's mostly put on hold. Put hold on. Well, this one should have ended with Gears of War 3, but no, they want Gears of War 4 now. Thanks, Microsoft. Thanks for giving us an unnecessary signal that we need. Let the team rest in peace, please. Please. Okay, now, top of that, we kind of like about shows. I think shows that should end. Dominic, what show should end?
Well, pretty obvious, but SpongeBob and Fairly Odd Parents. Now, let me give you the reason on SpongeBob. Ha 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 ha. But seriously though, that's kind of the reason why, and not only that, but it's just that, I admit, we got 3 really good seasons of SpongeBob. All the characters had awesome personalities, and they actually had common sense. Even Patrick, the dumber one, even had common sense in the older season. But now, Patrick is a dumber one, and he doesn't have any common sense. Matter of fact, none of the characters have common sense, except for Squidward.
And Sandy. And Sandy.
But anyways, and yeah, not only that, but it's the dialogue as well that made the oldest SpongeBob's better than the newer ones. At least that's what I think about SpongeBob.
As in for Fairly Odd Parents, like we know they had their hits and miss. Like we had a great hit with Jimmy Fairly Fairly Odd Parents, Jimmy and Timmy Power Arts, as in that good trilogy. That was a good trilogy. Even though I think like the third one was just complete trash, but in what it was still good enough. Jimmy Neutron ended, but Fairly Odd Parents is somehow still going. I don't even know how it's still going to this day, to be honest. Like I remember like when they asked his named the new baby. Yeah, like I remember it was like one of the many people that said like, "Oh, poof, that should be so obvious." Like, poof, poof. Like I was one of them that named it poof. But seriously, like even with poof, there was kind of that jump the shark, but they made it that jump the shark kind of interesting, but not by a whole lot. But when they got to the dog, it's just like, no, this is just so stupid now. Like it's been
But let's
stupid.
not forget the fact that Sparky, he only
That's why I said the dog.
two, 3 times.
Like maybe episodes, but then it's like it's gone. Like as if the dog's not even canon anymore. Like what are you guys doing? Like end these two shows, Nickelodeon. But we can't let it go. Like hey, you know what? You had a series, end it. Just end it. Not to mention that SpongeBob had, according to Stephen Hill, it said like, oh yeah, we had two series finale. The first finale is supposed to be in the first movie, but that is no longer canon, or they just don't want to do it anymore. And the second finale is actually with, remember the terrible Jelly Jelly While Fishing song, that, because even with that, they said like, no, we can't let it go. And it's just completely ridiculous because they won't let it go. But end SpongeBob, end it, let it go. I think another series that should end is, I have to say Pretty Little Liars, PLL. I'm sorry, fans. Like I'm a fan of this too, but even I will admit that this has gone on too long enough. Because many of these shocking moments are just supposed to be shocking, like building up suspense. You ever hear that familiar music, but it's not because for plot reasons, and this is huge of plot reasons, the characters won't figure this out until like the end, or it's like, oh, it's too late, I'm evil, I shall reveal everything on why I am evil. No, this is so dumb and so stupid. Like, again, like, and plus they're spoiling the trailers too, and the promo trailers as well. What should be shocking is no longer shocking. It's just, why don't you understand? I don't like, oh, Mona's back. But here's the thing, what's the golden rule, Dominic, when it comes to people who are dead in TV shows and movies? If the body isn't found, you're not dead. You're still alive. That is the golden rule, people. That will always be the golden rule. But I guess someone over there at Freeform didn't get the memo. Just no, just stop it.
Also, another TV series that I just thought of that really should end, even though I kind of like it, the series, but Pokemon, because that has been I mean, at least the TV series, yeah.
The Ash series.
It's all repetitive, and, like, Ash, like, he seems like he never grows up or anything, especially when they hired the new actors, and, yeah.
Yeah, when Viz got the license. But seriously, this kid does not age like at all. I know there's a theory that he's actually in a coma, which is why you see all these weird Pokemon. That may make the coma theories making more sense now, but another theory is that he's actually dead, or is that because the whole lightning bolt and Pikachu and with all the sparrows, Sparrow, that's what killed him and Pikachu. So that's another theory. But to me, I think the more likable approach is this coma theory and why he's only 10 years old and Gary is actually the professor now. So not professor, like helping out with Pokemon research. Like seriously, and at least end the Ash series. At least end the Pokemon series for Ash, and let's get new characters. Heck, even in Black and White and 2, They even said that, oh yeah, these characters are actually older, and that's what I like about that one the most. Seriously, end Pokemon, like, please end it. I know you have 20 years, and it's great, and I love Pokemon. We'll never catch them all. Like, getting all the cards, all the Mega EX, all those cards, like, yeah, you can get them, but it's gonna take a lot of money to get them too. And it's all about the luck, what's in the pack and everything. Getting them in the video game is easier, but you still gotta migrate every single Pokemon for the new game that comes out just to complete the Pokédex. And also, not to mention that you gotta like trade with your buddies and make sure you got them all. And boy, is it tough. And I think another series that I think that should end. My mom likes this one. I know she's probably gonna hate me. Grey's Anatomy. This should have ended a long time ago. A long time ago. A lot of the actors are starting to leave. Characters are getting written off, and you know it's just so. It just jumped a short. Like I like the new cast, but you know what? I think it's just time to end this long series. It's been out for a long time. It needs to end. ER ended a long time ago, but it had a good ending. I can't believe the show is still on air. Let's see here. Now I think let's go to our personal favorite now that we like to mention. We like TV shows, and we know some of these shows never got the proper treatment of an ending on a high note. Let's talk about this right now. I'm gonna say Danny Phantom. This is Dominic's and my personal favorite TV show from Nickelodeon. It was so interesting to see, like, this kid is half dead, but he's alive, but he's also a ghost. So, or just, it's something like that, but it's been a while, but it was just so good how they handled the story, the scenario. But the ending was just completely, like, rushed. But, because that was the finale to us, but not really. They could have kept going, but nope, it ended the series. What happened?
Another series that I would really like to want back is the original Teen Titans. Not that Teen Titans Go garbage.
Even the original, the creators of Go said, like, yeah, we have no idea what we're doing. Like, we want to see the continuation of the original OG, the original Teen Titans. Like, let's bring back that Western style animation with Japanese anime style influence. As in, like, some people have not even seen a show like that. I know we've seen but Samurai Jack, but here's the deal. We know Samurai's coming back. They even announced it. It was supposed to come out this year. Well, the projected year was supposed to be this year. But they went on ahead and said, like, you know what? It's going to come out in 2017 now. And to me, that's all fine. That is completely fine. And I'm okay with that. Come out in 2017. We can wait. We've been waiting to see a good, proper sign-off for Samurai Jack. And now we're going to get finally a proper sign-off for that awesome series. I think another series that should come back, like, this is the one that I watch, which, that's w.i.t.c.h. I know some people can say, well, it's not similar to, like, I know, it's kind of like, you know, the name stick-wise, like Ruby, that's RWBY. But this one was, like, way before Ruby, and that's why I kind of one of the main reasons I kind of like someone introduced me into that show as well. It's kind of like these girls that they're not actually witch, but they got powers and everything. So, but everything just about the series was so good and so well done. Like it's hard to explain it because all you have to know is that it was really good. It was done well. They had a good style of good set of animation, a good set of music, a good set of cast, and a good story that they had. But one way or another, it just didn't. Season 2 was canceled. Season 3 was canceled, but we had 2 good seasons, so I'm ashamed that series is gonna continue. And I think what's the final show that should come back that many of us would appreciate to have a good comeback?
I don't know, like, well, and I haven't really thought about it. I mean, I just thought of this now. But how about we bring back the original Powerpuff Girls, not the reboot.
Ooh, yes, the original Powerpuff. That would be a good return. That would be a good return to good format. As in, even the original actors for the new series, it did do have not returned all. Even they said like, yeah, we're not coming back. I would like to see that one again. These new shows that Cartoon Network keeps adding, Go and Powerpuff Girls, are just completely terrible. Like the animation seems like, just ugly at times. Like this feels like I don't know what, an elementary school level entry, but someone passed it off as a TV show. Just, just terrible. Terrible styles of animation, terrible voice acting, except for TT Go, it's the original voice actors, and I feel bad for them. Like, you're stuck in a crappy show now. Yeah, you gotta make money one way or another, right? But no, no. Hell, Cartoon Network, give me the license to Teen Titans, and I can make a better show. I'll get the original creators along with Mr. Whedon, the king of the nerds, and we could create a god-like animation show.
Also, also another show. I mean, I know this is still kind of on topic, but one of the shows that I really don't want canceled on Cartoon Network is a regular show. At least in my opinion.
I actually still like regular show because it's very interesting. I know it's like, yeah, this is completely regular, but like you said, like it's very like you said, like you don't want that show to be canceled for a very good reason, because it's completely different what Cartoon Network has done up to when regular show came up. It was completely different. But they're like in a world where, like, yeah, you got inanimate objects, including a gumball, but they're trying to live our day, some kind of our realities. Both Rigby and Mordecai are just trying to get on with their jobs, get on with their life, and just live a normal life. Pops is old school, but even he's trying to adjust into the new world. Skips is very old, and he's very smart, and of course, the most likable character on the show. Heck, even their boss,
Skips is my favorite character in that show.
And what he is played by Mark Hamill, voiced by Mark Hamill. Luke Skywalker, the Joker, he just does a fantastic job of bringing that character to a great sense. He's got a good sense of humor, and it kind of makes you laugh, like a very likable character at most. Heck, even the boss, Benson, who could wish to fire them, that he can't. That he can't fire them. In fact, there's even episodes where they say, I think they try and run the hat for Rigby, and it's like, you know what, let him finish.
Oh, I think I remember that episode.
It's like, he's like, well, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Even though Mordecai said that this isn't about our job, we were just doing this out of the job. That's it. Like, you have no idea what we're doing this for. It is all just like, that's true.
Yeah, just what makes me kind of mad is, they'll cancel all the good shows, but yet they won't cancel all the other shows that we just mentioned.
Yeah, anyway, guys, I think I'm going to end this. I think this is going to be the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoy. Remember to like and subscribe, and see you guys in the next video. See ya.